y-intercepts. Again, we'll be looking at the quadratic expression y equals x squared minus 4x minus 5. Here's the graph. We've already seen that we can identify the vertex at 2, negative 9. There's an axis of symmetry at x equals 2. We have two x-intercepts at negative 1 and at 5. Now the y-intercept on the graph is the point on the parabola that intersects with the y-axis. It's located here. In other words, it will be the point that is on the y-axis and where the parabola crosses. When we refer to the y-intercept, we only need to address the y-coordinate. We do this because it is the only point that is important, because the x value is 0. The x value here is 0, and our y-coordinate is negative 5. So we would say that the y-intercept is at negative 5. In our example, our y-intercept is negative 5. If you had to identify this by looking at a table of values, you would look for the point that contains the x value of 0. Notice here, the x value is 0. Now let's look at minimum or maximum values. Again, we'll be looking at our quadratic expression y equals x squared minus 4x minus 5. Here's the graph. We've identified the vertex, the axis of symmetry, the x-intercepts, and the y-intercept. The vertex also gives us one more piece of information, and that's the minimum value. The vertex is at 2, negative 9. Therefore, we have a minimum value of negative 9 when x is equal to 2. That's the minimum value, negative 9. Let's look at a second example. We'll look at the vertex, axis of symmetry, and maximum value. Our quadratic expression here is y equals negative x squared minus 2x plus 3. Here's the graph it produces. Notice that it is facing downwards, or it's open downwards, where our first example was facing upwards, or open upwards. This means that this example, the vertex is now the point on the top. The coordinate for this vertex is negative 1, 4, because it's at negative 1 and at positive 4 on the y-axis. The vertex, negative 1, 4, also allows us to determine that the equation for the axis of symmetry is negative 1. The axis of symmetry will go down or begin from x equals negative 1 and go up and down from there. There it is, our axis of symmetry, where x is equal to negative 1. The vertex also gives us the maximum value of this graph, where y equals 4. This is the highest point in the graph. It's our maximum value. So where x is equal to negative 1, y is equal to 4. 4 is our maximum value.